Here's another one. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey, sexy. Baby girl, you know I'm feeling your style. Come hey, Foxy.
Say what?
You know I wanna ride with you, so tell me who you're down. Hey, sexy. Baby girl, you know I'm feeling your style. Hey, Foxy. You know I wanna ride with you, so tell me who you're down.
My boy, don't understand.
And that was Welcome to My Style by Jung-Hung Lee. If you enjoyed that song, I can send it to you if you send me a private email. Actually, you can't, because you don't even know who's talking. Hi, this is Henry, and you're listening to the second official AIS podcast. Our last one was made in October of last year, and had a few board members on the show if you remember. However, this time for the sake of brevity and sanity of organizing people to come in, I've decided to do a one-man update on what's happening within AIS for those of you who don't particularly read our numerous emails, which all contain valuable information which you should be reading anyways. This is for those of you who, like I said before, are a bit tired of reading our emails and instead would like to hear someone dictate what's happening, or those of you who just need a large update once in a while. If you're one who's tired of hearing my voice, too bad, you're stuck with me. But if you enjoy my voice, well then all the better. Well, let's get into the meat of things. A lot has happened since the last podcast. We had the AIS Halloween event, which was totally awesome with many people dressed up in all sorts of costumes, with yours truly in a little something that stunned many due to the sheer beauty that I exuded. And then we had the AIS Christmas dinner event held at Shabu-sen. That was an awesome night, getting to see people I haven't seen in a while. The past few months have brought about lots of confusion, urgency, and worries, but also fun, amusement, and development in all three of our projects. If you've had a momentary lapse in memory, AIS has 3 projects in the works. The Last Assignment, which is our yearbook, Project TY, which is our video presentation, and A Night of Memories, which is our end-of-year event where we will be distributing the yearbook and showing Project TY. Like I said, all departments are working hard on their respective projects. But these next few months leading up to the end of term will be our biggest challenge as we will come close to our completion dates. Our team of board members have been meeting every 2 weeks to keep track of how everything has been coming along. The Last Assignment is progressing very nicely in my opinion. I had the opportunity to see the proofs of 32 pages out of 120 currently done, and they all look fantastic. We have a great team of artistic people working in the design team, and forgive me if I leave any of the names out. I don't know everyone on that team, so if you want to yell at me, you can do it after this. Andrea, Winnie, Ronald, Mai, Priscilla, and Oliver are head of the department. You will all get the chance to see 4 of these proofs that will be uploaded onto the AIS website sometime in the near future, which I'm assuming should be in the next week or so. I don't have the power to see into the future, unfortunately, though that would totally help on upcoming midterms. Anyways, the yearbook will be all colored pages and hardcover, and we're currently negotiating which company we're going to go with to print them out. Now, we had originally had a company in China to do the production run, but starting in the new year, we had learned that they went bankrupt. That was the most surprising news, but not completely out of the reason given the whole economic downturn that everyone seems to like to espouse these days. Never fear though, because we found new companies that we are getting quotes from, and in all possibility, we may go with one that's situated on Vancouver Island. Next is Project TY, which is short for Project Thank You. I think this is the most obscure of the 3 projects, and I apologize for not making the intentions of this project clearer. Obviously, you know what the yearbook is about, and what A Night of Memories is about too. Project TY was originally my small project to say thank you to all the friends that I had had the privilege to make in my 4 years at UBC. When AIS started, Steven encouraged me to go bigger with this video, and so I purchased a camcorder and started to film everything and everyone I could aim the lens at. I know some people aren't particularly keen on being filmed, but I believe a video can say a lot about someone or a situation than a picture can. And so, with an awesome team with me on this, Rochelle, Curtis, and CK, we are working on Project TY, but also various other side projects. For a complete, resume of our works, you can check out our account on YouTube, username AIS UBC, no spaces. It's linked from the AIS website as well, where you can also find our videos up there. Recently, I did a video on our board meetings and hopefully tagged everyone to see it, so please check it out if you have the time. On a last note, Ian, Gloria, Sarah, Ruby, Patricia, and Julia Chan, I still need 5-second footage of you all. So if you see either CK or an I and we instantly whip out our cameras upon first sight of you, please don't be alarmed. Alright, a night of memories. Susanna and Terry, your directors of events, have been working hard on finding venues and restaurants to make all of this possible. They have been checking out venues to host the distribution and presentation of the last assignment and Project TY, as well as looking at high-end restaurants where we will be having dinner. A few places for dinner are on the table right now, but that should be decided soon enough. As for the ceremony, we have very much decided on hosting the event at the Central Public Library downtown. And before you go thinking, what? We're holding it at a rundown community library, please keep in mind that many movies have been shot at that library, as well as important ceremonies such as weddings and graduations have gone down there to take formal pictures. Don't worry, it's not going to be crappy in the least, but we still have much more planning to do, so more information to come as they become available.
화낼 거야 Your eyes 눈치챘잖아 Your lips 알고 있잖아 Your heart 두근거리고 있잖아 아찔한 순간 come to me Your eyes 알고 있잖아 Your lips 찾고 있잖아 Your heart 내 남자가 돼야죠 Welcome to my world It's my side
Now, onto miscellaneous matters. Events is also holding a few events to fundraise money for their projects as well as have some AIS-oriented things to do. We have a salsa dance night that's being held in conjunction with SUS on February 11th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Lada Center. Apparently, they'll be teaching people how to salsa dance, which should prove to be interesting. I also heard that the ratio of attendees might be skewed to favor a more female majority. Guys, if you don't jump on this chance to meet interesting girls, you suck. And besides, it would suck if girls had to dance with girls only. Or, wait, actually, that's not such a bad idea. There will also be clubbing events being held at AIS by Gossip, or as it was formerly known as Plush for those not in the know, on March 20th. And tickets will be sold at cheaper prices, obviously, than from the clubs. I don't know too much about that, but I do know that Olden is heading that up and will hopefully have more information at our next meeting. Oh, apparently we will be doing some sort of advertising of our club through SUS speed dating events. I'm reading this off the meeting minutes right now, and that definitely sounds interesting. I've always wanted to experience what speed dating is like. I mean, I imagine it's awkward and discomforting, which is what I think I do best when meeting new people anyways, so that'll be a helpful plus. As you may know, many emails have been sent in the past that emphasize the uploading of pictures of people, namely you all. So far, all the pictures uploaded have been primarily from Steven and me, and because it's only 2 people, we can only be at so many places at any time, we have many pictures of certain people and not at all on others. Actually, I'm also in charge of the Flickr account, so I have a good idea of people we need more pictures from, and I will now proceed to publicly call them out. Ian, Gloria, Sarah, Ruby, Ken, Mike, Patricia, Julia Chan, Alice Lee, Alice Sue, Barbara. And that's all I can remember at this moment. So if anyone sees any of these people, please whip out your cameras that I know you have in your pockets and take pictures of them. That's a declarative statement from the photos department. And I think that's it for this podcast. All of this information should have been mentioned in some way, shape, or form through your respective buddy in AIS. But if this is all news to you, hopefully you learned something new. If you have any questions, comments, concerns on anything mentioned here, you are more than welcome to come to our meetings held every 2 weeks at Irving, or contact any of the board members. Don't worry, we won't bite. But maybe Steven might. Or he just might sell you to make some money for the club. And Steven, if you're listening, I'm only half kidding. If you don't remember who's on our board of directors, it's Stephen Wu, Elizabeth Yi, Oliver Lam, Melvin Wong, Terry Wu, Susanna Du, Terrence Wong, or CK, Eldon Chan, Andy Chen, Sean Tai, and yours truly. If you have any feedback on the format of this podcast, please email me or leave a comment whether you liked it, disliked it, found it or if you want to hear something or somebody else besides me. No worries, I won't take offense, but your section in your book might just disappear for some reason. For streamlining purposes, I made it very structured. But if you want to hear something more spontaneous like our last podcast, I can try to find a time that works with everyone and get some people in here. But for the meantime, you're stuck with this. Luckily for you, this is the end of the podcast. This is Henry Hui signing off.
내 남자가 되어줘. Welcome to my world. It's
Hey,
my
sexy.
star.
Baby girl, you know I'm feeling your style. Hey, Foxy. You know I wanna ride with you, so tell me who get down. Hey, sexy. Baby girl, you know I'm feeling your style. Hey, Foxy. You know I wanna ride with you, so tell me who get down.